South Arlington Nation. Yo, it seems like this week I cannot get my act together. It's the third time I'm going to be sending this email out with the workouts, and who knows? Who knows what's going on? But we are back. It's another episode of Tiger Kings, also known as Weekly Workouts Preview. And this week is the week preceding base week. Just keep that in mind. If you're going to hit up base week at full intensity, give yourself some rest this week. If you work out 6 days, maybe take an extra day off. If you work out 5 days, maybe extra day off. All right, let's jump in. Monday, you know the drill. We're doing a lift first. We're going to repeat the box back squat from 2 weeks ago. You have some numbers to base yourself off of. So what we're going to do here is repeat the same format of 2 weeks ago. We are going to tell you guys to add 5 to 10 pounds across the board on your sets. Remember, the box back squat needs to have speed. Okay, this is not a lift that takes 3 seconds to get up to the top. The whole point of it is explosive power from a dead sit. So never sacrifice that for the sake of weights. Okay, it's going to be followed by, you know the drill again, a high intensity short piece. So this one is a Metcon. It's going to start with double unders or jumping rope, and it's going to end with jumping rope. And those are going to sandwich a couplet of pull-ups and burpees in the 21-15-9 rep scheme. Okay. The goal here is to go fast. So this is not a strict pull-up workout. It is not even you want to pick a variation or a scale of pull-ups that you can do a whole bunch of reps with and keep moving quickly, even on a set of 21s. You don't want to break this up more than once, twice tops. If at some point you find yourself standing and waiting and counting down and you're like shaking your arms because you can't do another rep, that's not the stimulus. Cool. Tuesday, long workout. So this is a 30-minute endurance piece. And it's going to actually be 3 workouts in one. So it's the same workout that repeats 3 times. It's 3 10-minute intervals. And every 10 minutes, you're going to have a set amount of work to do. And the work is push jerks, frog push-ups, ab mat setups, and you finish with an 800-meter run. The goal is to be done in about 8-ish minutes every time, which leaves you 2, maybe 1.5 minutes to rest in that 10-minute interval. And then you repeat it, and then you repeat it. The goal is not to work for 30 minutes straight. You have to have some break in there. If you're finishing the work in, 6.5 minutes or less, that's probably too easy. That's not the goal. You want to find the scale. You want to either cut the reps or change the movements and modify them in a way that you're roughly finishing around 8 minutes. We would first try to modify things like the sit-ups and the push-ups before we cut out any distance off the run, right? So I think one good thing to do is to try to finish all the non-running in 5 minutes. So you have time to get that run in about 2 to 3 minutes or even 4 minutes if running is not your favorite thing. Okay, Wednesday, again, it's a double header. We're going to do a lift, which is the Pendlay row from 2 weeks ago. And then we're following that with a pace workout. So this is an interval style, but like short and fast. And it's going to be hang squat cleans, light, that you can do unbroken, quick, get the heart rate up, and then go for a 200-meter sprint. We'll repeat that 5 times every minute, every 3 minutes on the minute. Thursday, again, build. First, we're going to do all sorts of pulling and hanging work. This is a giant set of strict pull-ups, 1 strict pull-up, 3 strict toes to bar, and then several kipping toes to bar. Okay, the goal is to sort of exhaust your strict capacity and then go into kipping to get some more reps in. And it's all done as 1 set. You don't come off the bar. And we're going to do 5 rounds of this every 90 seconds. The way it's written out, it's pretty difficult, actually. It's really meant for the way it's written out. It's a ninja would get this the way it's written out. So the point is never to like do things as prescribed necessarily. It's to do things as challenging for you. So we're going to have a bunch of scaling options for the pull-ups and the toes-to bar and how to modify things and all that good stuff. But the point is to get different stimulus in here, a strict pull and a strict sort of trunk flexion, and then some kipping reps. We're going to follow that with a 8-minute couplet of rowing and alternating dumbbell snatches. It's like the opposite. There's no skill involved. Anybody can row and do dumbbell snatches. And the point is to just go as hard as possible for 8 minutes, no real breaks in between. You're going to have to pick that pace on the rower that allows you to keep moving. So I would have eyes on the monitor and have a pace that I'm going for. Friday. Okay. So we're starting with the build block, and that's going to be the push press. 8, 10, 10, 8, 6, and 4 rep scheme. You can compare that to 2 weeks ago. We did the push press, and we did 12, 10, 8, and 6. We're going to follow that with a skill portion. This one is going to be the kettlebell clean. And remember, 2 weeks ago, we did the kettlebell windmill. Today is the clean. The kettlebell clean, we're spending some time on it because the clean with the kettlebell is not like the clean with the deadlift, with a barbell. And so we're going to have some fun with that, learning the proper technique for that movement, and then incorporate it into a flow block. And in the flow, we're going to do the cleans, we're going to do some bird dogs, and we're going to do dead bugs. So again, these flow workouts, and we did one last week with the back squat, if you guys remember, on Thursday. The goal here is two things. It's stabilization and mobilization. There's always like this two-headed monster where there's flexibility involved, but there's also the necessary strength to hold certain positions at end range. There's no point in getting so flexible, but not having the strength at end range. And also, there's no point in being strong but stiff. So we want to find that balance. And these flow workouts are designed to do this. In fact, what we find a lot of is that there will be some issue with movement. An athlete will have either pain or restriction, and they will typically assume that it's a flexibility issue. But it really turns out that just as often, in fact, maybe even more often, there's a stability issue where the athlete lacks strength in a particular side of the body. Maybe, let's say, the smaller muscles on the right side of the hip, and your body ends up compensating for that by restricting your movement somewhere else. A lot of times where the pain is not really where the dysfunction is. Point being, the movements here are designed so that you can strengthen your trunk and you can get some flexibility along with it. So we feel like these types of workouts are crucial for recovery, crucial for unlocking your performance. Get these in here so you can do the rest of the days even better. And then finally, Saturday. So there's something new on Saturday this week. There's something that we're experimenting with, and it's called a master class. What is a master class? So this is probably a concept we'll do every once in a while. This is not that frequent, but the idea is that there are certain movements that we do that require a lot more technical knowledge and practice. And often we include them in classes, but we don't have enough time to delve into proper technique development. And this Saturday, we're going to spend some time on the power snatch. In fact, we're going to spend about 30 to 40 minutes on the power snatch. We're going to do drills. We're going to do the power snatch. We're going to do power snatch, snatch high pull with a pause. We're going to do drills where we pause it at the knee. We're going to pause at a power position. We're going to try to add up weight a little bit. The point is to spend time on this movement called the power snatch that we wouldn't typically have time to do. We're still going to leave about 5 minutes at the end to do a finisher, which is going to be a mystery finisher. You don't get to know what it is until you come in and do this. And let's see how this masterclass concept goes. I feel super excited about it, actually. We've always wanted to spend a little bit of time on some movements and just get everybody, feeling confident in moving fast with the barbell and expressing power. And hopefully classes like this every once in a while are going to give us a chance to do so. So we'll see how well attended this is, and then take it from there. Super stoked about this week, guys. There's a lot of cool stuff in it. I'm hoping to see you at the gym, and let's crush it. All right. Have a good one.